Time for a new installment of Good For Me. That's registered dietitian Mary Levanoy. Mary, how are you?
I'm great.
We are in the midst of everything blueberry, right?
Everything blueberry.
So we asked Mary to give us a couple of weeks worth of blueberry-themed recipes, and once again, you came through big time for us. And I don't know if it's in the title, but we're about to make some amazing wild blueberry salsa.
Amazing.
Yes,
so
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's got a really pungent red onion. If only the viewers
As you could attest from our weather department chiming in from across the way that yes, it is not me, it's the red onion. I can assure you of that.
So with some red onion, a little cilantro, and again, if you're not a cilantro fan, you could substitute parsley for that one. Some lime juice, you could use lemon juice, but I prefer the lime, a little salt, our chopped red pepper. And again, when you're chopping the peppers and the onions, you do want to chop them fine, right? Because it's a dip, so you don't want a whole mouthful of red onion. And then blueberries, and again, since this is the fresh season, we've got the fresh blueberries. If you don't, if this is another time of year, you can get the wild frozen ones too as an option. And then at the end, we put a pinch of cinnamon in. And then there's also a jalapeno, and I was going to do this, that's why I've got my little gloves on, because I was saying I've learned the hard way that, I don't want to work with jalapeno and then touch my eye or anything else. So,
yes, a lesson hard learned.
Yeah, so I think we'll start with, if you would add some of the things, we'll add the blueberries at the end just so they don't get beaten up with the stirring process. So if you want to add in some of those ingredients. Over here, I'm just going to chop up the jalapeno. I just cut the ends off of it, and then now you want to get the seeds out because that's where the really hot part is. So if you like the heat, again, help yourself. You certainly can leave that in, but
eye of the beholder kind of a thing. You know what tolerance you and your fellow diners have.
Right.
And, better to have probably too little than too much, right?
Exactly. You can always add more to it. You can't take away sometimes.
It's like a haircut, right? You can't put it back on.
That's right. So, and again, the blueberries we're so fortunate to be in Maine and have our wild blueberries. They're super nutritious food, power-packed, with lots of antioxidants. And the wild ones, the small wild ones, actually have a higher antioxidant content than the cultured blueberries. Not that there's anything wrong with those. We want you eating all of them, right? Because it's all good. But we are really fortunate to have those delicious little blueberries. So you've added some things. You want to give it a little stir? Sure.
Okay. I'm just mesmerized by your chopping there.
Yeah. So this one again, have you all heard me talk about eating with your eyes?
Absolutely.
This is a beautifully colorful dish. So.
The blueberries or the lime juice. What's the order?
I would do the lime juice, and then I'm going to give you these jalapenos. And so again, that is a full red pepper, so that's why that is quite so red. And as always, the recipe is right on the website, so you can see the proportions. But there's your jalapeno, and then
little mix,
and we will add the blueberries, and I'll do our little pinch of cinnamon. It just kind of gives the full flavor to this. Nice. I've pre-washed those, so.
Allegedly. No, I'm sure you have. Yeah, sure, right.
You're the one eating it, right?
Exactly. Joke's on me.
See what I mean about the color, though? It's so pretty. This is also a nice salsa that goes so well, like if you grill a tuna or a whitefish. You could do a lot of things with this salsa, but it's really yummy with just some pita chips, which we have got today.
Sure.
So I'm just going to get a little pinch. We'll give it a quick little stir again.
Here, you make sure that it's stirred the way that it should be. I probably didn't do it all the way.
No worries. Yeah, we're just kind of folding it.
Folding it, right. That's a term I've learned from you over the last couple of months here.
Yeah, and then we'll put some into a little bowl, and then we'll pull out a few of our pita chips, and you've got a beautiful little, snack, nice little presentation, and a little crunch with your. There we go.
With your chip?
Cheers.
Cheers, there you go. Okay, if you want to see this again, the amazing wild blueberry salsa, it's up on our website, wabi.tv, as seen at 4 p.m. Just look at the colors here. This is kind of like a pico de gallo kind of, right? So I can get on board with this. We'll dive into it. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, you can find our stuff anywhere, but just go to the wabi.tv website and you can find all of our adventures, including what appears to be a delicious
amazing
take on salsa.
Wow.
Oh yes, amazing.
Amazing
wild berry salsa. Okay, you want to give it a whirl here?
Yeah, I'm just going to go
Go
for
right out of that. Okay.
All right.
Back with more right after this.
All right.
So crunchy. So delicious.